Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Buddy Fun podcast series. My name is Jamie Burdish, and I will be interviewing Kip Thompson today. Kip is the Director of Business Development and Community Relations for St. Louis Scott Gallagher. Scott Gallagher has been well known around the city of St. Louis, and we have grown a great partnership with them. They have a city program that I'm going to talk to Kip about, and kind of how they got that started, what they do for kids, and how the game of soccer is teaching kids life lessons. So without further ado, we can get things started. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, Kip, so the first question I have for you is, can you introduce yourself to the viewers, who you are, what organization you're a part of, and what that job is?
Yep. My name is Kip Thompson. I'm with St. Louis Scott Gallagher, and my title is Director of Business Development and Community Relations.
Gotcha. So what do you think the importance is of the partnership between the Buddy Fund and Scott Gallagher? First off, how did that get started, and why do you think it's so important for our community?
Yeah, it got started. St. Louis can be a small town at times. Everybody knows everybody or knows someone. So the Ann Lederman, who had a son in the club, who is now out of the club, both as a player and a coach, but she knew of the club, and she knew that we were doing some different programs outside of just traditional programs that are in Fenton and Creve Coeur, Collinsville, etc. So she just reached out and said, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And we said, "Hey, here's some of the newer things that we're doing. We're trying to be a little more inclusive and reach out to different areas of the community in St. Louis that typically we're not a part of." So it was just a, "Hey, what's going on?" And then it just kind of led to the relationship that we currently have today, which really is the Buddy Fund is helping with a uniform and equipment perspective to our city program, which is a standalone program that services both north and south parts of the city. And so it's been great. It's just really now ramping up our programming for that program off in the summer, and we'll ramp up here once the school year starts.
Yeah, so we'll get more into that city program in a little bit, but how do you think this partnership has allowed opportunities for everyone to play, some who aren't as fortunate, but what has this partnership allowed you to do, give access to these kids, like the balls and the uniforms? How has that made impact and allowed everyone to play in the city of St. Louis?
Yeah, it's, everybody's got good intentions and everybody wants to, try to do good things for kids that maybe don't have those opportunities, but it comes at a cost.
Right.
Our programming in the city costs the same as it does in the county. It's just we're talking about maybe some kids that don't have the means to afford it. So how do we offer the same programming, the same type of experience for kids in the city as we do everywhere else, county or Illinois or St. Charles? Because that was the main goal when we started. It was how do we not just do something that we get Facebook likes and stuff like that. How do we make it real? And money is a huge part of that. So the Buddy Fund coming in and taking up a big portion of the equipment and uniforms piece allows us to reinvest into trainers, and which for us is the biggest expense and the most important expense, whether it's wherever you're at. If we can provide a good trainer for a kid in the city or a good trainer for a kid in the county, that is the real cost and the real expense and the real value. Is because just to throw a ball out is great, but to really provide good training in terms of, hey, you need to work on this as a player, you need to work on this piece of technique, this piece of your awareness, this tactics, to us is our real strength. And again, what we think is our real value into our programming in the city.
Yeah, so can you give us a little bit more information about the actual city program? For one, how can these kids get involved in it? Like, how can they sign up? But also, what kind of opportunities does it provide for them? Not just like right now, but into the future, down the road. What kind of life lessons is this teaching them? And just overall, what is this program like? What is the, I guess, a mission statement
Yep.
maybe, or a goal behind this program?
Yeah, so that's the easy one. The mission statement. The mission statement for our kids in the city is no different than any of the other kids that we provide programming for. It's, how do we have a good soccer experience and provide good life lessons for for kids both on and off the field. It's really simple. The the only thing again that I would say it's no different. Our programming in the city is in the county. The city program started when we provided some training to some kids at Nadim Chapman New American School, which is on, I believe it's on Kings Highway, right across from Cardinal Glennon, and it's really a place for any immigrant child, kindergarten through 12th grade. It's their first stop in the St. Louis public schools if they don't have a full capacity for English yet. Once they have a good understanding of English, then they go to their normal kindergarten school or high school. And so their gym teacher reached out to us to help provide different programming for their students, because their students, if you're from a country other than the United States, soccer is the main sport. And so what he found was all these kids wanted to do with soccer. They really didn't care about any of the other sports. So he was running out of ideas to provide those kids. And so we were there, and we still are there, and we're providing programming twice a month. But we realized that there was more kids in the city, both south and north, that wanted more from us. So we tried sending some of those kids out to the county, but we ran into a lot of transportation issues. Mom and dad and somebody who has immigrated here from Uganda aren't interested in youth soccer as a priority. They're interested in 1 or 2 jobs and how they can provide for their family. So they're just kind of coming into the U.S. They're at a much different state and perspective. So we realized we had to start some stuff in the city because the transportation was just it was just so challenging. So we developed a partnership with Matthews Dickey, who has a history and a trust in the North St. Louis community. And so we've just done a combination of training with Matthews Dickey kids in North St. Louis, and then a lot more immigrant kids out of South St. Louis.
All right, so that's going to do it for us on episode 9 of the Buddy Fun podcast series. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you got a chance to learn a lot about Kip Thompson, St. Louis Scott Gallagher, and their city program. We're so honored to be a partner with them and trying to make a change to the community. If you guys want to help out or learn more about their city program or even Scott Gallagher in general, I will link their website below, and you can follow them on social media as well. That being said, thank you again, and we will see you guys very soon in another episode.